Episode 2. We're back, baby. Don't know who's listening, but at least we're back. And today, we are going to be looking at the different types of thought. Okay, there's two ways to think. Right? Throughout the years, I'm not talking about the different types of intelligence, I'm talking about the way your mind thinks. Okay? So, the different idea about the different thoughts, right? Not the different thoughts, the different ways to think. It's two different ways. There's rationalism and empiricism. Rationalism is a way that believes that we think using our brain and our rational thoughts. Every single bit of information is from us turning it around and mixing it and putting it in different various situations that we have understood, comprehended, even lived, if you may. And then empiricism. The idea that we only understand and gain information through ways that are physical or visual or through smell or through any other different sense, even feeling. Now, these two are against each other for various reasons, and they also combine and, they just fuse when it makes sense. For instance, when you're hit on the back or when you're stabbed, right? That pain is remembered. Why? Because you got stabbed. So when you get stabbed the second time, you don't know what happened. You immediately go, I got stabbed again. When you stub your toe, the first time you're like, what happened? Oh, I stubbed my toe. The second, third, fourth, fifth time, you're used to that feeling. Why? Because you've learned it. Now, we say pain because pain is the closest thing to adrenaline, which leads to memorizing more. In fact, they say that in old times, people used to throw their kids in a cold river so they can retain more information for adrenaline. Don't know if that's true or not, but if that was, it must be painful if you didn't know how to swim. But yeah, the different types of thoughts. Rationalism versus empiricism. Now, rationalists only believe that reason can explain the working world, like the world that we see around us. And this is a definition through research, through Google, through Wikipedia. But what I think they really believe, as a rationalist myself, right? I don't want to take a side right now, but I think rationalism can explain a lot more mental side of the world. And the world is now more mentally than ever. People care about the way you think, the way you view things, the way you see political parties, the way you pick a side, the way you prefer this over the other. But it also goes back to empiricism, not imperialism, empiricism. Imperialism is a completely different topic. But yeah, so rationalism and empiricism are very, very opposing to each other. For the reason being that rationalists believe that empiricism is a part of rationalism, and empiricists believe that rationalism is a part of empiricism for the mind being a part of our body, right? Now, if you were to go to the question of the mind or the heart, it's basically the exact same thing. Without the heart, could the mind work? And without the mind, what is the use of the heart? Right? And then again, you have cancer. That is the deadliest disease attacking the heart, which gives more importance. But that doesn't really matter in today's topic. Okay, so rationalism. Why is rationalism good in some cases and bad in other cases? Rationalism is the best when you try and identify something mentally. Rationalism is the true way that most philosophers pick up on their ideas. Not most inventors, not most scientists, most philosophers. That's my idea. Why? Because they think. A person who thinks all the time has nothing more to think about other than his thoughts. Why do you think? But when you think, this is where they this is where they overlap. When you think, you're going back to previous, as I said, experiences. Because people think through their experiences. When I say, oh, you've been smacked, or you've been shoved down the road, or you've been shoved under a bin, All I'm talking about is your experience. You're understanding many different things. You're learning many different things. And everything comes back to your experience. Now, rationalism is very delicate when it comes to this point because rationalism only works when you are in a deep thought. Because rationalism is a stereotypical way of thinking for someone who hasn't ever experienced something. Basically, imagining, right? Imagination is the perfect standpoint, the perfect way to represent rationalism. Empiricism is everything else in life because we learn through experiences. The easiest way to show that is through school. If you don't do the project, you're not going to get the extra points, the extra credit. Why? Because even schools believe that you learn through making mistakes, through learning, through application, as in experiences. Now, it's a very different thing to say. I'm telling you my standpoint, my point of view. I could be wrong, I could be right. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you guys do your own research and learn more about these topics because everything that's old is coming back to take back what's new. Everything that's old is wiser. Why? Because everything that's new relies on technology, relies on social dilemma. It's social dementia. Everyone can't. I'm using an electronic device while mocking them right now. You see, the reliance on something that is technologically more advanced is always better when it comes to efficiency, but not when it comes to morals or ethics or aesthetic. Okay? I'm a person who stands by if technology wasn't invented, would the world be a better place? Not because of humans not using it, but because technology, although it allowed a lot of people to be better, it is allowing, it's allowing to see the truth behind what the actual world is. It's not going to allow what it doesn't want to, because unfortunately, anything that's human made is human controlled. So, today's episode's coming to an end, and I'll see you guys next time. So, yeah.